Today we commence and we start working on the ZJ here. Company NAO. They sent me some headlights for the ZJ, so we're gonna go ahead and install these. Should be a really fun install and really good upgrade for the ZJ. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Now to make this install easy, I'm going to go ahead and just take out the whole headlight housing, and you can do that by removing the side marker first. There is a screw on the underside about right here. I tried to get the camera angle in there, but there's no way you can kind of see in there. So you just want to get a flashlight, and it's pretty much right in between here. And then there's also a screw up top right here. It's in plain sight. Careful, don't lose these screws, because I've dropped these into the abyss of the engine bay, and that is just a nightmare. So, and then once that comes out, you can kind of just let the side marker hang like that. And then next is kind of a scary part. You just want to grab your headlight housing and just pull on it. And that's how it comes out. There you go. So now, once you pull that out, you see the harness exposed. And now you just want to kind of lift up and pull out the plug. Damn, I was afraid of that happening. Alright, now since this thing is like 20 years old, those tabs that clip down usually break. And I'll show you a quick fix on how to attach headlights now that that broke. So we'll just worry about that later. But now we have the headlight housing out. Now we can go to the bench and attach our new LED headlights. Alright, so now we need to take off this ring right here. And I like to get a nice set of locking pipe pliers. And you want to turn the whole ring counterclockwise. And then the ring should just come out like that. Perfect. Now this headlight can just pull straight out. Now make sure you don't touch the glass right here. That'll actually burn up and destroy your bulb if you're going to reuse it or keep this as a spare. So I'll just set that to the side. Now we're going to get our new headlight, put this in, and it's really easy. There's only one way it goes in, so you just kind of want to rotate it until it kind of lines up. Okay, that should be it right there. So now once that is in, you can notice that you can't get this ring over. So what you're going to do is push and turn counterclockwise, and now this piece of the headlight, the bulb, actually comes straight out. Now you can get that ring on there. It goes on just like that. And you can give it a turn to the right, clockwise, and now it's locked in place. Now you can put your bulb back in, and then push it in hard and turn it to the right, and it should lock in place. Now just give everything a tug, and now everything is clean. Now let's go ahead and install this back into the Jeep. Now you want to get some dielectric grease if you have some. I haven't had any problems not using it, so I'm just going to go ahead and put this on the plug right there. A little bit goes a long way, and then plug it in. And as you notice, if I just pull on this, it'll come straight back apart. And now we're going to fix this problem by using zip ties. So I just have a bunch of zip ties here, and we're going to use 4. And you want to put one zip tie on the back side of the plug and just make a loop. Don't tighten it at all. Just put it on the first click. Get the second zip tie. One click. Now you want to get one zip tie and fish it through both of them on the top of the plug. And again, just one click. Just like that. And then you want to put another zip tie on the bottom, fishing pretty much the same exact way. And what this will create is a clamp. This is a super ghetto way of fixing your plugs. I mean, I guess you could just go to Wrench Apart or something and cut out a harness and resolder, but These 20-year-old plugs are just brittle. The plastic just becomes brittle over time. So now once you have those two zip ties on the top and bottom, you want to start by tightening the first two loops here. Perfect. And then the loop on the top. And I apologize if the camera angle is really bad right now. I'll go in and show you exactly what's going on in a second once I get this all done. And then you just want to tighten the top and the bottom zip ties, and this will just bring everything closer together. It helps if you have like a pair of pliers or like a zip tie gun or something. But anyways, there you go. Now if you pull on it, nothing will come apart. Now just trim those zip ties. So there's a top loop and a bottom loop and two on the side, and that's all just kind of bringing everything together like this. Now that clamp is good to go, and this harness is now plugged in. Now we can start to put this back in there, put that back in there, and then fire these up. Reinstallation is pretty easy. Make sure you put this end back in and just kind of make sure it kind of guides yourself. Oh, this is upside down. And guide this in. And now you want to line up those adjustment pins. It's right here, here, and here. And then just push it back into place and it should just click. Perfect. Now we want to reinstall the side marker. If I were you, I would insert these screws ahead of time. I would start by that bottom one. Go ahead and already get your Allen screwdriver on there. And then guide it through. If you have a friend with a screwdriver, that helps 5,000%. But there you go. After you've done it once or twice, it gets really simple and you kind of know how everything goes. Just want to tighten this down. Good. Tie that to snug. Don't go too tight. Again, these old cars, plastic gets really brittle and it'll just crack on you. Last thing you want is a broken tabs and broken brackets. Then you want to put on this top screw. You might need to do some finagling with the side marker to make sure that screw falls into place. Tighten it up. Get it not too tight. Check everything for sturdiness. And this side is done. Now I'm going to go ahead and finish up the other side. And I don't need to show that on camera because it's pretty much the same exact thing. And then I'll clean it up and I'll show you guys what these LED headlights look like. So you want to make sure after you install those headlights to adjust your headlights or make sure they don't need adjusting. Sometimes when you add aftermarket bulbs or headlights, they kind of tilt and the beam pattern changes. So make sure you do that. There's a bunch of videos on the internet on how to adjust your headlights. Just a few screws here and it just tilts. It's really straightforward. So anyways, that'll be the end of today's video. Hope you guys enjoy. So if you want a pair of headlights for yourself, there is a link in the description below, so go ahead and check them out. There's a bunch of different sizes and a bunch of different fits for different vehicles. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, comment below what are the ZJ mods you want me to do, because this is going to be on the channel a lot more. A lot of you guys have been asking about this, and I love this car, so I'm going to start putting some more mods to it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.